just do it with Miami Dolphins. The pressure, he's in trouble. Loses the football. Touchdown! Got it! You have got to be kidding me. Jalen Waddle. It's a Dolphin touchdown. Throwing deep upfield on the near side. Man open. Touchdown! Looking deep. He's got a man. Touchdown! The run from Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown! He's going deep. It's not open. A touchdown! Beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. Let's go!
What is good, Fin Nation? What is good? How are y'all feeling on this day? You already know what time it is. You already know what it is, baby. Well, let's get them ready. The pitties are out. 70 points on the board for your Miami Dolphins. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. What a day for the Miami Dolphins and this offense. Man, we're going to kick it off right away. I'm going to open it up. There's a couple people already sent the link to, but I do want to bring one person up here before I start bringing people up here because he's backstage. Let's get him up here right now. And that man, of course, is my co-host, Neil Driscoll for Fin Too Deep. It's Neil, man. It's a beautiful day to be a Dolphin fan. How you feeling? 70 points, almost beat the record for the most points by an NFL team, and almost beat the record for the most yards by an NFL offense in a game.
Most impressive Miami Dolphins victory that I've ever seen. That was a massacre. I think, they took two out in the fourth quarter. They might have been able to put up 84 points if they really felt like it. They did all that without Jalen Waddle. People were worried who was going to step up opposite of Tyreek Hill. Well, I think the Dolphins might have found Chris Johnson 2.0 and Devin Achane. Mostert looks better than he ever has. That offensive line isn't just doing a good job. They're taking it to the defense, through 3 weeks of the season. The defense is going to get better. They're doing all that without Jalen Ramsey, who's the best player of the team. I don't know. The Ravens just lost to Gardner Minshew at home. So now we're the only AFC team that's undefeated. Juggernaut here, man. If this is a buzzsaw, I don't see how you could stop it. I don't talk undefeated because I think that sounds like nonsense, but I don't know, man. We got a good test with Buffalo next week. We go and do what I think we're going to do to them. And I don't see who can stop this team. I mean, they are just that one stat that you posted about the 350 yards passing, 350 yards rushing, man. To me, that's as dominant as it gets. I mean, dude, what else is there to say at this point? This Dolphins team that you and I both thought were Super Bowl contenders is better than either of us thought. You know what I mean?
Am I that big of a lunatic for picking 14-3 now?
No, man.
Because I got to say this. Look at this, brother. Tua Tagovailoa, 23-26. He was 17 of his first 17, 309, 4 touchdowns, a 155.8 passer rating. So he was, 2.5 off away from a perfect at 158.3. Devon Achane, 18 carries for 203 yards. In total, 43 carries for 350 yards. Tyreek Hill, 9 receptions for 157. I mean, and this was without Jalen Waddle. We put up 376 in the air and 350 on the ground, 726 total yards. Brother, I don't want to hear Flores talk. I don't want to hear the Tua slander anymore. I mean, we keep talking about it every week, Neil. We keep warning people they were going to do historic things. And today, my friend, oh my God. And the defense, brother, Javon Holland.
Oh,
Neil,
God,
he's an all-pro. He's an all-pro right now.
And how about another guy, man? Kader Kohu is freaking awesome, man. Kader Kohu is
Yeah,
an
he is.
absolute stud.
And
man.
what about
I mean,
Ogba stepping up a little bit today,
right,
huh?
man? He got a pick, a sack. I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. We talked about this on our podcast this week. You know, a lot of people are saying this team's not deep. I think a lot of people haven't been paying attention because this team sure looks like they have a lot of depth to me. I mean, Mike White comes out, throws a 68-yard touchdown to Robbie Chosen. I honestly feel like it's like they were playing Madden on rookie, man. It was an absolute bloodbath. It was amazing to see. If you're a Dolphins fan and you're spending any of your time talking about Brian Flores' era of football, God bless you, man. Like, you're missing the best show in the league right now.
King True Show says, go Fins and go Orioles. Let's effing go.
Yeah,
Robert Michaels is a member. Let's bring some people up here because they're going to want to ask some questions. So let's start off with, we got Rhino up here, Mike, Kingsy, and Dylan. We're going to do what we did last week. We're going to rotate people out. We'll start with you, Rhino. How you feeling, buddy?
Absolutely amazing. Nice to be on a stage with you, Neil. Appreciate your work very much.
Thank you,
I was
brother.
thinking during the game what this felt like, watching football for 53 years, and I kept going back to the Hurricanes back in the 90s. This is how I felt watching those teams for me. And then I love you, EM, but this is like watching Mr. Ball Game dominate EM during COVID when we have those casts, man. This is like so much fun. It's amazing. My brain is on complete tilt. It hasn't sunk in yet. This is 70-20. It's like, what the hell? It doesn't make any sense.
It's unbelievable. Justin Vanderberg says Tua had 2 touchdowns with his left hand and 2 with his right hand. Oh my God. Dylan, what's on your mind, bud?
What's going on, guys? And thanks for having me out. I mean, yeah, Rhino said it. I mean, you've said it. What a game, what a game. Look, I honestly did think we were going to stomp the Patriots today, but I did not expect this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody expected this, even if you thought we were going to, handle business. And like I said, I did, but damn, dog. Come on now. Whew.
Yeah, it was
What a day.
It was a day to behold. Okay,
It's gonna be fun to rewatch.
Yeah. Oh, bro. I can't wait for the all 22, and I don't have 40 plays. It's amazing. We put up 70 points, and I don't have 40 pass attempts from Tua Tagovailoa. That's the most amazing part about all of this. King Z305, what's going on, brother? What's what? How are you feeling right now?
Man, I am at a loss for words. I can't even describe the excitement I have. My cousin's a Broncos fan, and I'll just FaceTime him every single chance. Every time the Dolphins scored, I FaceTime him, just so I want to see the look on his face.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy. Dog. I mean, what they gave up and everything and all the hopes and expectations for Russell Wilson and how it's working out right now. It is not pretty right now. We're going to start rotating people out. So come back and keep it going. I got to keep it rotating because you got people already trying to come backstage. Ron, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Region, let's fucking go, bro. This is the team. This is the year. 45 years I've been waiting. This is it.
Oh, don't jinx us now, brother. Don't jinx us now, brother. Jeez.
No jinx, man. Every facet of the game was pumping on all cylinders. Every facet, running game, defense. Tua was unbelievable. Didn't miss it. Didn't have any completion until the middle of the third quarter. Just incredible.
Yeah, the reason I said I felt like I was watching. I felt like I was.
Go ahead, Neil.
I just felt like I was watching peak Tom Brady out there, and I'm not kidding. That's what I felt like I was watching.
I remember when people used to look at me like I had 3 heads when I used to say that this kid could be in the pocket what Tom Brady was.
Oh, there's a discussion. There's a discussion that's going to have to start happening here soon. Everyone's got their past accolades and great players are out there, but when you look at that 2020 draft class, the narrative is going to be changing on a week-to-week basis here.
Boomer compared him to Joe Montana today.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that before the game. I heard that.
Who did?
Boomer Esiason.
Wow.
And he hates the Dolphins. Him and then Trent Green. He hates us. Trent Green just had the worst day of his life, of his career, sitting there having to talk good about the Dolphins all day because he kind of tried to throw every little jab he could all damn day long.
That's hilarious. All right, let's keep on rotating. Okay, we're gonna go. We'll go Mike. You're up, and then we'll go Anthony. Go ahead, Mike.
Yo, what's up, boys? Always a pleasure. This was a statement game today. I think when you look at the score, it says that surface value, right? Or kind of like on the surface, it says that statement win. I can't help but think about what everyone here on this channel and most of us in the Dolphins community, the senseful Dolphins community, were saying 3 years ago. Okay, we had a little bit of a hiccup year one, but this was the plan with Tua from the get-go. We're in year 3, all right? Had a little hiccup in year 1. We don't have to talk about that. Year 2, the true year 2, we saw it. This is the year we planned to take over the NFL. And by all means, we're freaking doing it. Let's go. Fins up, baby.
This guy's loving life right now. That's amazing. Anthony, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? I want to take time to just I don't know if we've already shouted this guy out, but I certainly did not give him enough credit, and I was kind of crapping on him when we first hired him. Butch Barry, I mean, I know that we're going to talk about how Tua gets the ball out really fast and just sees the field well, and guys are open. But there were plays where, I mean, Tua's sitting back there trying to process the field, and there's not even anyone close to touching him. And the job that Butch Barry has done with this offensive line has just been absolutely remarkable, not only in the pass game, but like, I mean, the run game, the fact that we have our, a practice squad running back with Chris Brooks out there just gashing defenses. I mean, this is just, Butch Barry was a phenomenal hire, and I'm going to call myself out because I did not see that coming. I read into, all the Denver reporters that were crapping on him when he left and saying how bad of a hire it was. Man, were they wrong. And I hope that a lot of Dolphins fans appreciate the work that he's done with this unit.
Yeah, it's man, the smear campaign was real, and it was clear it was just veterans who, they weren't happy with their positioning, right? So,
right.
And they weren't happy with the scheme change. And hey, Kyle F says, reason we're effing Super Bowl bound. My brother Logan says this game is way more impressive than the Redskins record game, considering how much the defensive game has developed, but we decided to keep it classy. Kenneth, you're backstage. You're going to have to reconnect because for some reason your devices aren't connected. Where did Anthony go? Anthony just dipped out. Todd, you're up, brother. Go ahead.
What's up, Reason? And Neil, it's an honor being up here with you. What's
Thanks,
up, Rhino?
Brian.
But let me tell you something. This is all with Waddle out. That's what amazes me so much. Waddle goes down. We lose another receiver for the game. And it's just the running game, 300 yards passing. I've never seen that. This offense is unstoppable when it's clicking. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was, I mean, we're going to be keeping coordinators and defenders up all night for a while here.
all week.
That just put the fear of God into Buffalo next week.
Oh, for sure. Big Nick, go ahead, buddy.
Reasons, my brother. Listen, I know 99.9% of the people are going to come up here and regurgitate the same accolades. I want to go a little different here. And I want to ask, how the hell you get fired on your day off, Savon Ahmed? I don't understand that. And also,
they're leaving him in Miami to find his own way back to Denver.
How you get fired on your day off? And the second thing I want to say is, can we finally say goodbye to the ghost of Brian Flores, please? Can we move on from that? To everybody
years ago.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I already have. I just keep addressing people who haven't. Really, that's where I'm at.
Hey man, but great win. We had 2 times only that we had the ball, if you don't count the kneel down, where we didn't score. That was a turnover on downs and 1 point. We very easily could have scored 100 points, and I was here for every one of them.
Yeah. Bro, people were booing that we didn't go for the record. It's like, come on, man.
I
How
know
you
that
gonna-
was awesome.
We
That
scored
was
70. How are you gonna boo? That's ridiculous. Come on.
Hey, fins up, man. You guys, I'm gonna go back and enjoy from the YouTube portion. So fins up, Reason. Good job, buddy.
We got spaces that I'm opening up backstage. If you haven't been up yet, if you haven't had a chance to come backstage. And we're gonna be rotating people in. Let's go with Kyle and then to Thomas. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, look. All right, so look, I ain't gonna lie. Us being Dolphin fans, we can't be biased, you know what I'm saying, in the past years where we had good looking teams. But like we would always have an opportunity to do a statement game, right? And it's always a little underwhelming, you feel me? But this year when we talking about something like we actually are Super Bowl bound, because every year we don't say we're Super Bowl bound, we're fucking fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This year we actually saying it, and then for the Dolphins to actually finally like back us up, you know what I'm saying? That way when we talk to people about it, like, bro, you ain't done nothing special, but like now we can be like, bro, we just dropped a 70-point game to the broke the record, you know what I'm saying? Like we actually finally got some like the Dolphins actually are proving us right finally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like look, I'm a Dolphin fan, I love them to death, you feel me? They ruined my life, but like we never really had like a game where we could be like, nah, we're them. Like we're here now. You feel me? Like we never had a definitive, game like that. And that shit was just nuts. And I don't even think we're gonna need JT no more. I mean, granted they stay healthy, but that's with anybody. You see with Aaron Rodgers going down. So health is always, whatever. But damn, bro, that shit is crazy.
I mean, we just won a professional football game by 50 points. Like that's
What I'm
insane.
saying. The drop
That was a
70,
power. That looked like a
NFL now.
Power 5. Like that looked like a top-ranked Power 5 team against a Division II NCAA team.
Oh my
That's
god.
what that looked
It
like.
looks like we just can't be stopped. Like genuinely on all, like the defense still little worries me. You know what I mean? Just the cornerback play stressed me out, and the defensive line looks like I know they only do a 4 front, but man, like I don't care what defense. Like our offense is just that. You know what I mean? So even if our defense don't show up, I just feel like it doesn't matter who our offense goes against. It's like
If you're an opponent, you have to score every drive.
no, you're done. Like I don't
You're
care
gonna
how good
lose.
the defense is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be so tough to go up against Miami, and for our offense to be able to do that, regardless of the defense, and if they have a great offense too, like that shit is powerful, bro. But yeah.
All
Lord.
right, man. I appreciate you coming up, bro. I gotta keep rotating out here. I appreciate you, man. All right, Thomas, what's on your mind, brother?
Really, it's just what is there not to like about this team right now? And first of all, let's get rid of the whole Tua's only a first read quarterback. Most of the time, I saw him just kind of just scanning the field and picking whoever was open at the time. Also, and I'll keep it short. I just want to say one thing to Neil. Rays lost today. Orioles won, so let's go Orioles and let's go Fins.
Yes, sir, man. What a day. And the Terps moved to 4-0, beating Michigan State for the first time since 1950 at their house. So it's a good weekend for all. Oh, man.
All right.
This team.
All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you, Reese, for taking my call. You guys have a good day.
I appreciate you, bro. We played the Rays. The Jays just played the Rays, and they brought up Junior Camarino, and I felt like I was just chasing this guy's Bowman first, like a day ago, like last week, and now the guy's already been called up and such, and they gave us the work, so that wasn't obviously ideal for us. Daddy Dean, you're up. You're muted, brother.
How you guys doing?
Hey.
What's going on, man?
I gotta get a shout out to my mom, 77th birthday. She almost got that 77. Almost. She's almost there.
Happy birthday.
She'll make it.
Thanks. I gotta tell you something. I went to Hideaways here in Orlando for a watch party. The last time I was at a watch party was at Vic's house, and that's when we beat last year the Ravens. So next week I'm gonna be here again at Hideaways. So
Yeah, keep going to watch parties, man.
That's right.
It was crazy. It was crazy. We had a Buffalo fan there, and he's about ready to get a therapist for next week. Man, even my mom's all happy. She said
Nice.
70's good. 70's good.
Well,
So
if I
shout
ever
out
wanted to be,
Grandma Bo, 77th birthday today. Thank you, Mom.
Nice.
All right.
that's awesome,
Peace,
man.
guys.
Appreciate it,
Have a great
Daddy
day.
Dean. Take it
Good
easy,
job.
man.
Y'all later.
If I wanted to start my own therapy business, I'd move to Denver. My first client would be Sean Payton because that guy's got a lot to talk about after today.
Get rich. Get real rich.
I King Truth, you're up, man. What's going on, buddy? You're muted.
My bad. So a couple things real quick. I'm a Maryland boy as well, so I'm a diehard Orioles fan. What I feel like is interesting is that the Dolphins, every game, it's somebody new, right? The first game was like Tyreek and Tua. Second game was like Van Ginkel, right? This game, you got Moser and Achane, along with what Tua did in the first half. And did you hear Felicia Sims at halftime? He refused to give Tua any credit. Tua was damn near perfect, and he's like, well, there's one name to say, and that's Tyreek.
Yes.
And then we came out and put damn near 35 points on with Tyreek doing pedestrian. I mean, Chosen comes out. It is the depth of the team. It is always somebody different. We have so many different ways to beat people.
I'm with them.
And I got to give this last shout is that, so I got to work with both the Tagovailoas when I was running the quarterback camps over at University of Alabama. And as a Maryland guy myself, I get to root for both the Tuas. And as an original bandwagon member that's been rolling with him the whole time, I'm so thankful for the support he's always got because he is that dude and always been that dude. Y'all take it easy.
You too.
Take it easy. Take it easy, brother.
That's the same thought I had, man, when Phil was talking. Like, dude, give him a little more credit than that. I know there's a lot of talent around Tua, but come on.
Yeah. I agree. Kyle, you're up, buddy.
Yo, man, I gotta show you some respect for your college prospects analysis because Devin Achane, man, that boy came through today. He came through for real. Like, I appreciate everything that the Dolphins did on the field today. But here's the thing, though. I know we're riding high as Dolphins fans. I know everybody listening right now, like, yo, what's this guy talking about? But we cannot have a letdown against Buffalo next week. Last year, we were riding high on that 3-0. It's beautiful coming into that game next week, putting up a 70 burger.
Mm-hmm.
But, yo, we cannot have a letdown. But, yo, what a game today. Everybody showed up, all three phases. I'm going to just disregard the special teams touchdown near the end of the fourth quarter. But, yo, all three phases today, man. Even Jason Sanders, even when he's taking them extra points, I'm like holding my breath even when we're up like 40. And I'm like, all right, cool. But, yo,
they were
next
down
week,
the middle this week. They were down the middle.
Down the middle. You right, my boy. You right. But, yo, we got to come through next week. Wicked performance this week, yo. Wicked performance.
Agreed. Mark J says, hard not to have hope after 70. This is our year. Griffin says, Miami averages 43.33 points per game after today.
Wow.
Josh Miller says the Rams are the greatest show on turf. The Dolphins are the greatest show on surf. Most improved is the O-line. And Franklin says, reason, great game, great coaching, great play calling. Liam was able to handle the center position and not give up a sack. Let's go. And notice even when he had a bad snap, it was high, but it was still manageable for Tua. Like, you know what I mean? Like, his snapping was more impressive than Connor Williams was in the early stages. Did
he get benched or did he have an injury?
Oh, he has a groin
hurt.
injury. But I think he came back, didn't he, at one point? Did he come back? I don't know.
It was so hard to keep up with anything, man. So much going on in that game.
Yeah. Robert, you're up, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, man. Let's talk about 200 plus yards rushing for Achane. It's freaking awesome. Tua going, 18 of 19 to start the damn half?
Yeah.
That's impressive. 309 passing yards or something like that. And was it 3 TDs or 4 TDs for him? Four.
2 and 2.
I don't know who gets the game ball this week.
Achane.
Yeah. I got to give to Achane and Holland.
Definitely Achane. Yes.
Like, I'm not already in that.
I asked that question.
Oh, I forgot to tell the Kyle. He gave me my props for my prospects. Well, you know, people seem to forget how way out ahead on Javon Holland I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was over a year ahead on the that draft on Javon Holland, man. And look at this guy right now. Holy jeez. Javon Holland is just – he's an all-pro right now. I don't know what else to say. Javon Holland is the real deal. Sorry, go ahead, Robert.
No, you're good, man. Like, the only other two things I want to bring up is thank you for finally washing out Dan Marino's last game out my fucking mouth. Because that shit needed to go away. And Just
all it took was a little Tua, bud.
dude, this team's good. This team's real good.
Good.
I don't know what
I
else
don't want to think people didn't believe in this kid and they slandered this kid. And we have people in this community say McDaniel, they're comparing him to Adam Gase when we got him. Oh my God.
That's a
and
horrible
it's just, you
comparison.
see these two come together and it's like, man, we might have the marriage of one of the most explosive head coach and quarterback tandems, because I'm going to tell you all right now with how OCD McDaniel is. Remember all the people that tried to fearmonger all of you heading into training camp about the offense and Tua. They tried to fearmonger y'all, okay? And listen, we might have, with how OCD they are, we might have two guys that are so ahead of it, they're ready for people to start. I mean, they were ready for, no one expected Belichick to give the looks he gave, and they adjusted and they diced and sliced when you gave them a look that Braxton Ferris was quoted as saying he'd never even seen before. And they adjusted, they took what they gave, and they killed them. And this is, we'll go back, and we left points on the board. We could have put easily almost 40 points on the board against the Patriots. Same thing.
Absolutely.
That was it, Reese. It reminded me of the other point I wanted to forget.
Put nearly 50 points up against the Chargers in week 1. We've left points on. We've left 14 to 17 points on the board in each of the last 2 games. And today we didn't leave nothing on the board, baby. We said
we left 3. We left 3
up for what we didn't make, man.
We left 3. Reason we left 3.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, like to break the record, but yeah.
Hey, Reason, just to shout out, my phone's at 2%. I'm going to bounce
go
out.
ahead,
Best show on here, and my game ball goes to the Miami Dolphins scoreboard operator. That guy's got to be.
Yeah, good job.
How about TD? How about TD the mascot? He had to do those sit-ups.
Oh yeah,
Real quick,
he was
Reason.
like oh my God, it was so funny. I saw it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
The other thing I forgot to mention is I really wanted that damn record. That is the only disappointment I have, is not taking those 2 records today, because we could have.
We have it. It's just not official.
It is.
Let's be real.
All I know is we just beat the hell out
I
of
am
them.
bitching about nothing. but that is my only disappointment for the day.
Yeah. All right. Continuing on, British Fin fan. You're up, buddy. What's on your mind?
Yeah, just an incredible scoreline. I think the last time I saw a scoreline like that was when I tried playing Madden online, and I got my ass kicked. It just
you were the 20, huh?
Yeah, I was the 20. That's a college game score. That is truly unbelievable. And you know, you got to remember as well that we're now 3-0 after 2 games on the road and then the home opener. So we couldn't be in a better position to go to Buffalo next Sunday. And you know, we're scary good right now. Honestly,
Bro, you know what? Listen, British, a light just went off on when you were just talking. I don't even think people have seen us motivated yet. I mean, you saw a little motivation today because today felt like clearly they were stomping them out for a little bit of revenge, but for Fangio and Chubb and such. But I don't think we've even seen them as motivated as what they're going to be going into Buffalo, and that is a scary thought. Okay, like I don't even think we've seen them. I mean, we've seen the A game today, but we haven't seen the A game with motivation. And I think, man, they know they should have beat them in December last year. Because remember, the one thing about a lot of our core returning on both sides of the football is they remember. So they remember we should have beat them in the playoffs with Skyler.
Exactly.
And they remember that we should have beat them in December if it wasn't for Boyer. Anyways, go ahead, British Fin fan. Sorry, finish your thought.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you just said there. We've had them on the ropes a couple of times and let them off, but I think now, you know, we've got that extra weapon in Achane, and the defensive line is playing really well. Austin Jackson's not put a foot wrong right now. And I think we're in a better position. They'll fear us after seeing that game today. They'll fear us coming up there. And if we can contain Josh Allen, because he's more of it's just his running threat for me. I think we can keep him in the pocket and pressure him. They'll not be able to keep up with our scoring. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I agree. Franklin Higgs says, reason I wonder if Sean Payton still feel that Tua doesn't belong in the NFL.
Yeah,
Brother,
that's
I'm
true,
wondering.
man.
I'm wondering if
Oh my
Sean
God.
Payton is second guessing whether he belongs in the NFL right now. After
I don't
what
think he
we
does.
just-
Nope.
After what we just saw. So
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's karma, man. All the bullshit he talked last year about Tua.
Yeah, and
agreed.
wanting Tua to be benched over Teddy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Screw him.
So
I like him.
guys, I'm gonna move. I gotta move you out.
Yeah.
British Fin fan, guys. Once I get through everyone, and you guys can come back and rotate back in. That's fine, but I just want to keep the back open. Where are we at? I think we're at Brian. You're up.
Yeah, I'm up. Oh man, this game, bro, it was a roller coaster ride for me, man. Like I did not think we would score 70 off of them. Like I was kind of shocked because I mean, the offense did their thing. I mean, the offense was amazing this game. The offense was it was probably like out of all the years that I've been a Dolphins fan for, since I became a fan in 2016, man, this is probably the best offense that I've seen on paper, man. It's just electric, really good, a ton of speed, you name it, man. And the offensive line played really good too. And I was telling people that this offensive line would do pretty well. Like I said it because before the season started, I was telling people that this O-line would do well, and people wouldn't listen to me. And what has happened? They have done well. They have done really good. And I shout out Butch Berry for that because he's a really good offensive line coach. He knows what to do. So I like him there. And then for the defense, they may have allowed some points here and there, but it's always bounced back and always did better. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they create turnovers when they need them, and they make stops when they need them. Even going back to the first game where they allowed over 30 points, even in the fourth quarter when we needed them, they stepped up. It's been a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, going to keep it rotating. Appreciate you, Brian. Stay backstage if you want. Daryl, what's going on, brother?
Oh, all is well, brother. I appreciate you letting me on your stream, man. And like everybody else, I feel real good to be able to talk about what we just witnessed. A lot of what we're seeing with this team is really a testament to hard work, but more so of guys having faith, despite people having questions about how certain things will play out, with the O-line and other factors, guys just continue to stay the course. Mike McDaniel, he continued to try to, instruct his philosophy and try to bring in new life to his team and prove to his QB1 that he's capable and worthy of being in the forefront of this team. And now fast forward, we're now celebrating a 50-point win and itching for next week against a team that a lot of us have been really hoping that we will be able to knock off at some point in time. So I can't wait for next week. I really hope that we can continue to celebrate the way that we've been celebrating. And I'm also really happy to say that we can finally let go of the shadow that we have with that ex-milk dud, demon sabotaging, bitch-made, moronic ex-head coach of ours. So fuck Brian Flores, man, and Fins the fuck up,
Man, damn.
Amen.
Right. Amen. This guy comes in. Mike, what's on your mind? I'm guessing it's not as violent as aggressive as that, but shut up.
That wasn't so bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
I could have said a lot worse.
I just wouldn't give Daryl a knife in the same room as Brian Flores, whether it's to butter bread or cut his steak. Anyways, Mike, what's going on, buddy?
Hey man, my game ball goes to Snowflake. I mean TD. With all those sit-ups that poor guy had to do.
Yeah, the mascot, man.
Yeah. But here's the thing: as great as this win was, I'm going to keep it real. That defense, if it wasn't for Javon Holland, the Broncos could have scored 34 on us, which kind of scares me for next week against the Bills. So as great as that offense was, and Tua and everybody running on all cylinders, that defense needs to tighten up a bit more. Because next week's game is going to be, if not, next week's game is going to be a score fest. And this is the first time in God knows how long I actually enjoyed a relaxed fourth quarter. So, Fins up. Thanks for letting me on.
Yeah, because the Bills ended up winning 37-3 today, I believe it was, right?
Ooh,
so they put up
that's
some
impressive too.
On Washington too. So right. And Washington had a good offensive game last week against Denver as well. So War Dog leader, you're up, buddy. What's on your mind?
I mean, what can I say?
like I was talking to my dad about this because we were watching NFL Red Zone, and every time we see the flash screen and it's the Dolphins against someone, thinking, "Oh no, what's going to happen now?" Because that's just how it's always been with the Dolphins. We're always thinking like, "Oh, Tua's going to throw a pick. Someone's going to fumble," and this time it was like, "Oh, Moster's now in, Hill's now in, Craycraft's now in." Now, I hope Craycraft feels better because he was pretty damn good. He's like the Dolphin version of Kelsey. He's a big man. And I was talking to my parents when we were watching, thinking, yeah, everyone's going to say, oh, it's the Broncos. You played the Broncos, so of course you're going to win. Yeah, but this is the NFL. Have you seen this season so far? It is all over the place. Teams are winning that you would expect to lose. Like Texans are winning when they were absolute garbage last season.
Yeah.
And they just beat the Jaguars, who were challenging the Chiefs for the AFC.
Cowboys are losing right now.
Exactly. So it is all over the place.
The Ravens lost today, so we're the only undefeated team in the AFC, I believe, right now.
Yeah. There's a few teams left. We need to get that record. The 49ers got to lose, but let's be honest, it's 49ers. So, I mean, my dad has never seen that kind of score. Yes, I wanted to get the 3 points, but even when we benched Tua halfway through the third quarter, Mike White comes out and throws a 68-yard bomb, and then then he passes it off to Achane, who runs for about 50, 60 yards for another touchdown.
Can I be honest with you? I remember just a few years ago being on the other side of that.
Exactly,
when,
that's
when,
exactly
when it
the
was
same thing.
win get in, and we thought when Josh Allen and the offense trotted out, and Matt Barkley and the backup offense for the Bills trotted out, we would come back and get in that game, and they just kept piling it on us. So I've been there.
Yeah, my dad was that same. He was saying that he remembers the Dolphins being the ones with the 30, 40 points against them when we barely get anything.
Yeah.
And now it's like, yeah, look, we're putting the league on notice now. The Dolphins, as everyone said, are a dangerous offense. We're getting our defense figured out. I mean, it's only been 3 games now with Vic Fangio. And as a commentators are saying, the Dolphins defense is getting better and better every week because we're ironing out the kinks. We've got, Jalen Ramsey coming in December. He's going to help us out in the defense. How do you stop this team? We haven't seen a team that can stop the run because they try and stop Achane. You then get Moster running. You try and stop Moster, got Achane. You've got Craycraft out there. You've got Van Dinkel on, the defense. You've got you get Tua throwing no look right-handed passes. He's left-handed. He's doing Mahomes magic out there that is illegal because it's that fucking disgusting that that he's doing that. And you got Hill and Waddle running all over the defenses. It's like, how do you stop the Dolphins?
You don't.
Diggs. I mean, everything. Oh, it's Josh Allen. Yeah, but Josh Allen's a one-trick pony. He either runs the ball, who's going to get injured at some point if he doesn't stop doing that, or he throws to Stephon Diggs. That's all they threw today was Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Tua, it's crazy because if you remember when he came out, people were starting to believe, especially off of Lamar Jackson's MVP season. Remember the narrative back then that the pocket quarterback was dying? Do you remember that? That was a narrative when he came out. And you looked at his footwork, you looked at his pocket presence, what he was able to do in the pocket, his ability to throw the deep ball. Even the one thing I loved at Alabama was he had Ruggs, you had Waddle, you had Devontae Smith, you had all these different guys who ran 40s at all these different times, and Tua adapted to whether you were 4-2 or 4-3 or 4-4. It didn't matter. He still threw one of the best deep balls in college that we had ever seen. And now that he's getting his body right, shout out to Nick Hicks, it's all coming together. We're seeing the guy we expected that the Alabama Tuscaloosa Tua would develop into. And, it's crazy just to see. All it took was the right coaching and personnel put around him, which, remember, we've gone from days where we're watching Tyreek Hill and Waddle do what they do and Devin Achane and Mostert do what they do, and we're forgetting days where we were relying on, Myles Gaskin, Kalen Ballage, Lynn Bowden Jr. was our most reliable receiver who didn't drop a football. You know what I mean? We were relying on Devontae Parker, who couldn't separate. I hope everyone's now seeing with him in New England. I remember how many Gesicki fans there were in this fan base. I really hope y'all are happy that we didn't pay him, because that was the right move, letting that guy walk. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
And you're just seeing everything come together right now. It's a beautiful thing. Bruce, you're up, buddy. What's on your mind?
Salute, gentlemen. What a great victory. What a great victory. Reason, thanks for letting me come up. I bet you right now Sean Payton is eating crow for dinner tonight.
2 plates.
Yeah, 2 plates. It's just ridiculous. And they should send pink slips to him and Russell Wilson on Monday.
Oh, I'm pretty
Well, I
sure
don't know if you
someone's getting a
saw.
pink slip. I think
No. I don't know if you saw heading into the game, but I talked about it. I watched the video about it, and it was being reported. Jordan Schultz, the NFL insider, today was apparently a huge day for Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Like they talked about how much money they paid Jarrett Stidham,
Right.
and how Sean Payton's not going to sit around and wait for Russell Wilson and the offense to figure it out. And we all know, right? One of the things Sean Payton told him in the offseason was stop worrying about your brand if you want to be great, and if you want to be remembered as a great in this game. And this offense, I mean, they were just outmatched, but it didn't even look close. You know what I mean? It didn't even there, other than a few breakdowns and Mims making some great plays on special teams. I mean, the guy's just a good player. Might be the best receiver on the team right now. I dropped Jerry Jeudy for him today. All right, that's how good he is.
Yeah.
Listen, Russell Wilson, that team, they're 0-3. Is Russell going to be in Denver next year? Because
Nah.
it feels like that's going to end up becoming Sean Payton or Russell Wilson. You got to make the choice. And they just invested in Sean Payton, and they look at Sean Payton as a long-term answer. And I think they're all realizing after 2 years the investment they made in Russell Wilson was. I mean, let's be honest. All these big investments lately have not been great, right?
Yeah.
Burrow, what is he giving you right now? But I expect the Bengals to get it together. Herbert is who we thought he was. He's just a fourth quarter choke artist, right? He's Phillip Rivers with a bigger arm.
Right.
Then you look at Deshaun Watson, that money given out. You look at what was given up and given to Russell Wilson. Man, when you're going to invest 20% of your cap, 25% of your cap, it just shows how important it is you get it right. Or you know what I mean? Let's go to Michael Fletcher. You're up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I just listening to all you guys, everything, and it's unbelievable. 2 points away from the all-time record for the most points in one game. 7 yards away from breaking the most Rams back in 1960 records that stood for over 50.
You're breaking up
years,
pretty
and
badly,
Miami was
buddy.
like
you're breaking up pretty badly. I
right
don't know
there on the cusp. That touchdown, man. Sorry, man. I was gonna say that I feel great for Robbie Anderson or Robbie Chosen getting the touchdown, man. Getting a touch bomb was an absolute.
Buddy, you're just breaking up, Michael. You're breaking up so hard. We can't even make out what you're saying. So, Mark, what's going on, man?
Hey, Reason. Thanks for letting me on.
No problem.
No, man, that was crazy. I was working, sadly on a Sunday. But basically, man, every time, I work in the industry and I work inside Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear, every single time I dealt with a customer, there was no touchdown. Pretty awesome. Now, the coolest thing I think I've never seen this before, but even our backups were coming in, just destroying it. Chosen came in, did his thing. Mike White even threw a freaking touchdown pass. Every single player was on it today. It did not matter if they were starters or backups.
God damn it! I walked right into that.
The other thing is, I also play fantasy football, and I don't know if anybody has noticed this, but basically every starter on the Dolphins has got like 25 or 30 points or more, which I've never seen that before either. So
And I took 0 Dolphins.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. It's nuts. It's I don't know. It's right now this offense. I mean, obviously we all know this is like they're operating at a clip that is not sustainable through a 17-game season. Like there's gonna be a game where we slip up or 2 where we slip up. That's like literally I want people just to prepare themselves. I don't want them to think this is going to be every freaking week this year. You know what I mean? Shout out to Robert. He said life is good through a PayPal donation. Appreciate you, sir. Scotty Joe 22 says fins up through the PayPal donation as well. Appreciate all you for showing that PayPal love. Man, I think again, I got to go back and talk about him. Liam Eichenberg looked good in relief. I thought he had some bad snaps, but they weren't, they didn't put Tua in a bad situation, whether it was trying to jump on it or handling it. Like when they're low to the shin and off to the side, that's hard. And even though a couple of them were high, they weren't like where Tua had to jump like he was Superman and leap over a building, and they still went over his head like we've seen from Connor. And I thought he actually did decent in his relief. Now, do I want to see Liam Eichenberg weekly? No. But I have to give Liam Eichenberg I got to give him his flowers. You know what I mean? In relief, Liam Eichenberg was good, I thought. And then, like mentioned earlier, I thought it was a really good thing to see Robbie Chosen get that touchdown. I mean, you saw him praying to whatever deity he believes in, right? So,
nice throw.
Yeah, it was a nice throw, man. It was a nice throw.
Honestly, I mean, McDaniel deciding to dial that up at that point in the game was dagger enough. I mean, it would have been nice to get the 73 points, but it was classy not to embarrass people like that.
Mark, I'm just gonna put you
Logan,
backstage.
You
can stay around. You can stay around because I'm gonna do final thoughts in a little bit here. Go ahead, Robert. Go ahead. I just wanted to.
Saying I don't care if it's classy. I want those damn records. Give them to me.
I hear you.
If people are not apologetic for shaming Dan Marino walking out the door, I have no shame to any other team in the league. That gauntlet's been laid.
I just think it has more to do with McDaniel not wanting to. I mean, the respect of his peers, I think is important to him.
I mean, he even said at the podium. He even said at the podium that's not really his thing to be like that, And I respect it.
He made his point, right?
Yeah.
70-20.
I get it.
It's like I say, man. They got all that. They got all the yards. They got the points. They just didn't officially. I mean,
Tony in the chat says Achane got 62 points for his fantasy team today.
That is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's going on, John? If it's my league, it's because you get bonuses for 40-yard rushes and 40-yard rushes for a touchdown, just like you get bonuses for a 40-yard reception or 40-plus reception touchdown. Go ahead, John.
So what's up with me? Watch the Dolphins score 70 points. That was pretty fun.
Bro, I felt like, it felt like a men's basketball team against a peewee basketball. I don't know if you ever watched Kenny versus Spenny, but there was a Kenny versus Spenny episode back in the day where it was, you got to coach against a basketball team. And, man, it just reminds me of that episode so much because that was literally men against boys. That was absolutely beautiful stuff, man. So
it was beautiful.
Brother,
let's do it next week.
Yes.
That'd be pretty crazy if we do it next week.
Well, I mean, it's going to be
happening.
a hard
It's not happening.
battle next week, but
yeah, it's not happening. But it'd be nice to score 70 on the Bills.
Pyro, the
What's
man
good?
who's been banging the table for us to run the ball since I started this channel.
I was enjoying every.
You got 350 yards today. How did that feel?
I was enjoying every last second.
That's great, bro.
I was enjoying. Man, listen here. Brooks ate, Achane ate, and Moser ate. Man, I loved every second of it.
Yeah, it was bro. Listen, I'm sitting here just watching, all these players that succeed, And my God, like I remember how hard I pushed for Holland, how hard I pushed for Waddle, how hard I pushed for Tua, how hard I pushed for Achane. And
yeah.
Jesus
And
Lord,
it just feels good to see. It just feels good to be right, man. Honestly.
What was one of my keys to
debut for
victory?
him.
What was one of my keys to victory? Let Achane loose.
What a debut for him.
Let him loose, man.
And boy, did they let him loose.
Four touchdowns.
And it feels good that we as a
Technically, it's his
team,
second game though.
we as a team
Fair.
played a
That's
complete.
fair.
Except for special teams, we played a complete game, man.
Bro, listen.
I don't even mind that fucking special.
Salvin
teams at the
Ahmed
end.
it's over, brother. Pack it up. You are who we thought you were. You are the preseason personified where you look good all the time, and then when it counts, goodbye. Jeff Wilson, don't you come near Devin Achane snaps right now. And I'm going to say this. If Mostert and Achane stay healthy, don't get a running back. Go get a linebacker.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
100%.
need a middle linebacker for sure.
Or I'm going to throw it out there. I said it earlier. I'll say it again. If the Rams suck, which Matt Stafford looks good, so they might not. But if the Rams suck, go get Aaron Donald.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Wow.
I love
That
that.
is crazy.
Ooh, that'd
That
be
is
crazy.
Get him to restructure his money when he comes here.
Reason, you
and
got to
say-
stop.
That's
You can't do this.
Listen, I
You
said
can't
this in the
do this.
I said that in the offseason. I said,
I know you did. I don't
instead
want
of
to hear
extending-
it.
Instead of extending Christian Wilkins,
Oh my
wait it
God.
out. And if we're winning and the Rams suck, go get Aaron Donald and throw him there.
Reason, they
throw
might as well
everything.
just hand us the Vince Trophy.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why I say Aaron Donald too, though, is because we will get that non-manufactured natural pressure constantly from the front with a guy like that.
That makes sense, but it's like, man.
Yeah, Rhino.
Bro, listen, if your offense is ramen right now and you got two guys, not just one, because listen, the whole thing was we don't know if Mostert's body can hold up, and we don't know what Achane is at this next level. Well, Achane answered the next level question today, and Mostert looks like I believe him when he said he bulked up. He's running harder than he ever has.
Yeah.
He's got the second gear back. He's look as healthy as ever. So if they can play off each other and keep Mostert fresh that way, cool. But, I still think we might need a third guy to step up, whether that's Wilson. Brooks looked like he was ready to step up with 60-plus yards today on 9 carries, right? So,
But Aaron Donald, though, Reason?
So then
Lord
Aaron
have
Donald's a move, man.
Can I say one thing about what?
Because there's not going to be a I don't think there's going to be another Roquan Smith level caliber of linebacker become available. So go get Aaron Donald. Because that's what we're missing, right?
Yep,
like that's why X is struggling a little bit because he's having to hold. He's not what he was a couple years ago. And he's having to hold the pressure because we just can't. He's just having to hold the coverage because we can't get the pressure like we used to.
Even one of those touchdowns, he was in coverage. One of the Broncos touchdowns, he was in coverage, and it was just because Russell scrambled out to his right.
Yeah, well, they almost had
and
the second
extended
one.
play and shit.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton couldn't hold
yeah.
Cortland Sutton couldn't hold on to the second touchdown in the back of the end zone. He beat him again with that whip route.
Yeah, just the age is showing.
Dr. Draft says Vegas. Shout out to the O-line, incredible. Franklin Higgins says reason it would have been crazy if Waddle would have played. Big ups to Butch Berry and the O-line, bro. Vegas. Shout out to the O-line, incredible.
Can I say something about that whole Waddle situation? The fact that these different Broncos fans said we may have a chance if Waddle doesn't play.
It was never going to be close.
They was smoking that ayahuasca.
Yeah,
It was never going to be close.
I love that.
Especially with
that.
Justin Simmons and Frank Clark out. Like, come on. It was never going to be close.
Best pass
I didn't
ever.
expect this kind of beat down, but it was never
Right.
And they did target Damari Mathis, like I said in my keys to victory. But even when he had good coverage, he was getting beat by Tyreek. It was crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
it was just listen. It's good defense, better offense at that point.
Yeah,
man. Again, though, like you see Tua. I mean, other than Chris Brooks, really. I mean, you see the ball getting spread around the way it was.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, everybody was eating, man. Everybody loved it.
I hope people stop talking about our quarterback now, man. It's getting ridiculous.
Oh, it won't stop though.
Just ignore it. Yeah, just ignore it.
What is there to say?
Well, I know that. I'm just saying it just needs to stop. It's just ridiculous at this point.
Fake Spike says reason your all 22 recap will be 3 hours long. No, it's going to be. I saw people asking about. I might show some. The film doesn't come out till tomorrow night at the earliest, so
yeah,
I'll figure something out. Don't worry, we'll highlight the all 22 of a few A-Chain runs.
Yeah, but Mike White did have a 158.3 and Tua only had a 155.8.
So he only had to make one throw all game, bro. Jesus Christ.
Right.
It was a nice throw, but
how petty was that?
What was Chosen doing? Chosen running it out like it's a Madden game, running like vertical to the end.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole game was a bad.
I mean, that's how open you get.
Well, Tyreek off the rip was stupid open. Like you don't leave Reek that open. Like,
the safety was like what?
20 yards away or something.
20 yards away. Yeah, he was 20 yards away.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
That was ridiculous.
Don't worry, boys. I got the angle on him. I got the angle.
I got the angle.
Yeah,
let's
pat him on the head as he went to the end zone.
Let's go through some final thoughts here. We got we'll start off. John, final thoughts.
I mean, what more is there to say? Just 70 points.
Oh. Stay backstage, brother. Daryl, final thoughts.
Like I said before, man, I'm just over the moon, and I'm real happy and grateful that we as fans can feel spoiled when it comes to the performance of this team. And even with there being some things that we still have coming our way when it comes to there being some more football, you still feel like there's a chance that you'll be able to, be on the edge of your seat and be on the verge of being able to witness something incredible. So, shout out to the entire Miami Dolphins staff. They've been doing one heck of a job making sure the product is one that we can all be proud of, and not trying to blow smoke, but shout out to both Dylan and Pyro. It's been a while since I've seen both of them on here, so yeah, man.
What's good, man?
Much love, brother.
Fake Spike says A-Chain's Madden rating is going up. I love it. Daryl, stay backstage, brother. Robert, final thoughts.
Hell of a game. Super happy to see it. Pyro, for once you can come out of your hole.
I've been out there.
And I really want to say repeat, but that's unrealistic. So just go beat the shit out of the Bills next week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bruce, final thoughts, brother.
Appreciate your reason, man. And fatality. Fins up.
Fatality.
Your soul is
Finish
mine.
Just in time. Dylan, final thoughts as Martin joins. Just in time.
Martin. What's good? Yo?
What's
How
up?
you
What's
doing?
Up, people? Not bad, man. Not bad. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the machine, right?
To the machine.
Hell yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Freaking meat grinder, man.
Flawless
Yeah.
victory.
So for those final thoughts, thanks for having me up. What a game, what a game, what a game. I know it doesn't matter all that much, but I am actually really pumped for listening to all these national media shows this upcoming week, because it's just going to be interesting to see what everybody has to say about such a historic performance. And I mean, the past couple weeks I have been, watching clips here and there, and they're just, there's been some glowing things. There's also the naysayers, but I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that the Dolphins are tops in the AFC and frankly, the league right now. So bring it on, Buffalo. What do you got?
Love it. Pyro, final thoughts.
What can I say, man? I never thought the Browns game last year would be top, but look where we're at right now. I can honestly say right now the Bills got a game plan for this, because right now they got worried about the run and the pass. So right now that's future. Right now we're gonna focus on this victory. Victory Monday, baby. Let's get it.
Bruce, did I let you go? Did Bruce go?
Yeah, you let me go.
Yeah, he went.
Rhino, final thoughts, buddy.
I just think we haven't seen the best of the Dolphins yet for the season. I'm not saying they're going to score more points, but I don't think they're not where they're going to be. And I think this week coming up, I don't think you're going to see a more focused team or time this year when they play the Bills. There's 2 losses they got to make up for last year that would have changed our season completely around. So it's going to be a fun game to watch. We may not score 30, 35 points, but I know one thing. The Bills are going to have to score at least 36 to win. So we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
Fins up.
So we are going to score 30 points.
Quick update.
Yeah. Whatever it may be, but I don't know. Even if we're behind, we have the offense to make up whatever mistakes we make.
Sure. I agree.
So
quick update on a couple injuries. It's not much, but according to Mike McDaniel, the trainer said he's not too worried about Connor Williams or Jalen Phillips.
Good.
Nice.
Look at QB Collective rubbing it in, saying Mike McDaniel, Vic Fangio, Butch Barry, and the Miami Dolphins hang 70 points on the great Sean Payton. Must be saving the Russell plan. Ooh.
New record too, 10 straight wins against Super Bowl winning quarterbacks.
Yeah, 2
or 10-0.
Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah, because people are going to say he lost to. People are going to say, well, he lost to Andy Reid and Sean McVay. When he lost to them, they hadn't won their Super Bowls yet, so that's why they don't care. Just so you know.
Great point.
Martin, final thoughts after the massive dub.
Massive.
50 win.
Hey, look, man. I ain't see the team get beat that bad since Little League, bro. Like I've seen street football games more competitive. I'm playing. That was actually a really good game, bro. That was a really good game by the Dolphins.
They're still breathing, bro.
I don't know how.
Look, unexpected.
Look what Shannon said. Shannon said, "Oh, first of all, shout out to Dolphins Receipts for giving the old."
Oh no!
Shout out to Dolphins Receipts. Shannon Sharp said, "Broncos country, I'm incredibly sorry and embarrassed by this pathetic effing effort by our Broncos. This is unacceptable to give up 70 points in an NFL game with 300-yard passing, 150 receiving." I mean, it's
Tua's a family man. Tua's a family man.
Right, Tua got kids, man. What we doing?
He's gonna make more kids. He's definitely a family
all
man.
day. Anyways, sorry, I had to, bro.
And side note, the Bears will have the first and second overall pick in next year's draft, and they're gonna take Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm just throwing that out there right now. That's gonna happen. But for the Dolphins to, and I think we talked about this last week, right? We were on pause as far as, okay, let's not crown them just yet for their first 2 wins. Mm-hmm. And people throwing flowers at us like we're the greatest team in the NFL. And I'm like, oh, let's see how we handle the Broncos game. Okay, now officially, when the dust has settled, we're going to be talked about as the best team in the NFL. Like, and the craziest part about it is all of our players, our coaches, the whole, everybody's embracing the reality that, I think we are the best team in the NFL, just based off of not just the scoreboard, but the execution, drive after drive after drive after drive. It was like, yo, this is a machine. This is a machine.
Tua's MVP is going to rise now too.
Bro, we have 726 yards in one game, bro.
You can't do that without a good quarterback. I don't care how much talent you have around. I'm sorry.
That's a fact. And not even just being a good quarterback as a thrower, but you have to be a commander on the you have to be a field general, you got to be a field general to pull something like that off. So this is beyond football, man. We already know what it is with Tua and his background. Like this is nothing but a manifestation of patience. Patience with a player that we've all seen play at this level in the past, but now officially he has come full circle off the hip injury, off of Brian Flores suffocating him up. Like, this is just a guy breathing now. He can breathe now. So this is the reality.
I got to give Ross his credit, man. For as much as I've hated on him.
You're giving Ross credit?
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
did
giving
last
them
time
no
too.
credit.
No, I have to.
Giving them
I have
credit
to,
what
look.
for losing a first round pick? I'm gonna give them credit for that.
Look, no,
For going after Tom Brady.
y'all know,
Hey,
y'all know.
okay,
Look,
guys, come on, wait
y'all
till
know
let
how
you
much
do
shit
it.
I've given
Yes,
Ross
sir. Yes,
over
sir.
the years, the past few years. But I have to give him fucking credit because if he didn't make that decision to split with Flores and stay with Tua and bring in Mike McDaniel, et cetera, we wouldn't be here. So credit. Look, it's only fair, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All right, listen.
Finally.
I'm gonna be back tomorrow night. We'll do our recap show. We'll do the next gen stats, PFF grades, all that kind of stuff. Next week, we're gonna have a little bit of a different format on Monday after the Bengals game, and we're gonna be continuing that format hopefully every 4 weeks. So I'll announce more details on that as the week progresses. Listen, unbelievable effort by the offensive line in the run game and protecting Tua as well. Tua, right now, it's no longer is he the best quarterback in the AFC. It's is he the best quarterback in the NFL right now as of September 24th, 2023. The Miami Dolphins, are they, it's no longer are they the best team in the AFC? Are they the best team in the NFL? The same question can be asked about them right now. It's listen, we are embarking on a special season right now. We are watching literally greatness unfold in front of us. And, I mean, you got Mike McDaniel looking like the offensive wizard, the offensive genius we all expected him and thought him to be, back when I wanted him as the OC. And then when he came in here as the head coach, the wizardry, and I spoke about it earlier. I mean, I'm just waiting to see what they got in the bag as the year progresses. Hell, even next year when this becomes a copycat league, you already see, I mean, there were the Washington State offense was copying our offense a little bit yesterday with the tight ends off the motion yesterday. And, this offense is going to be copycatted. And so that means defenses are going to have to figure it out. Coordinators are going to have to figure it out. And it's just going to be really interesting to see how Tua and Mike McDaniel continue to develop as a duo and continue to hopefully deliver a high power offense, because even after Tyreek leaves, it looks like they're going to have the weapons in place to continue this for years, even potentially after our 2 to 3 year window that we've all said they are in to win a Super Bowl right now. So they win by 50, 70-20. Pat, I want you to smash that like button, pancake that like button like you are opening up a gap. Your name is Teron Armstead for Devin Achane to blow by you off your hip for a 60-plus yard scamper and a touchdown, man. Huge day for the Dolphins, and it gets even bigger. It doesn't stop. I mean, I'm telling y'all, they're enjoying this win right now for the next couple hours, but everyone knows tomorrow the real test is, like I said, this was never a must-win game. This was always a game to get finely tuned for week 4 and traveling to Buffalo. And after what we saw this week, you can't get more prepared and more ready for that divisional game than what they showed this weekend. So let's get ready. Bills week begins basically now. So we will see all y'all tomorrow night. Until next time, you already know what time it is. Fins up all day, every day, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everyone.